Welcome to the Ange TV Show. If you click this video, it's probably because there's breaking news, or you're tuning in for my daily briefing. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There's 3 ways you can support the Ange TV Show. Visit our merch store at the Ange TV Show on Teespring and purchase merch now. Or you could send a super chat. And finally, you could become a member of this glorious channel by hitting the join button at the bottom of the video. Alright guys, enjoy the show. What's up guys? We are live. Guys, today I have a special guest, okay? He's here to tell us about the YouTube secrets you should all probably know by now. So, without further ado, let's have Mr. Gor Mkhitar himself from Los Angeles. What's up, buddy?
How are you, Ange? Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I appreciate the invite.
No problem. Hang on a second. I hear an echo, so I'm going to try and see where the echo is coming from. Okay, let's see. Okay, it seems to be better now. Okay. So guys, Gor Mkhitar is here, and he's an old buddy, guys. He had a channel called Gor Mkhitar, which is pretty interesting. He had about, how many subs did you have, Gor, at the time?
Let's round it up to 5K, 4.96.
Exactly, guys. He had about 5K subs. Hey, David Santana was here. It's nice to see all the...
David, how are you?
So you know David's... Okay, because I saw him on the Instagram, what do you call it? The Instagram post. And I said, wait a minute, that guy rings a bell. So he's probably one of your followers. The All's Good podcast, guys. Mega shout out to the All's Good podcast. Adam Mahood and the Irish boys, they started that podcast. They're from Northern Ireland. So, guys, this is really good information for you today. We're going to have a really easy flow conversation, guys. If you have any questions about YouTube, the algorithm, making a successful routine, Gor Mkhitar is your guy. Why? Because he has a channel, guys, okay? That's all about living a successful lifestyle and having a positive mind state, okay? And his channel is Modeling Success Successfully, guys, Mr. Gor. And we're really excited about his new channel, guys. I will be on his new channel, right, Gor?
Yes, sir.
I will definitely pass by his new channel. And like I said, we've been buddies since the beginning. I actually told you guys that Gor Mkhitar was, you know, one of my inspirations. He's the first.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
You did not know that. Okay, well, now you know. So, guys, Gor Mkhitar was the first person that I went and watched on YouTube Live. And I learned a lot from him, and he inspired me. So thank you very much, Gor, for that. Seriously, guys.
Thank you so much for the credit. I really appreciate that.
No problem. No problem. So, guys, we have plenty of subjects today. I just want to give a quick shout out to Ms. Lackey. She's in the building. An amazing small YouTuber, guys. Very supportive. Everybody that comes here is very supportive. There's not one bad bone in your bodies over here, guys. So Raul is also here. Martin is here. He's a member of the channel. He's actually at the yellow badge, which is the 3rd straight or 4th straight month as a member. That's what I love, guys. Loyalty, guys, okay? Now, let's get right into the conversation, okay? So, Gor, what's the reason? Let's ask ourselves, what is the reason why you should start a YouTube channel? Can you answer that for me, Gor?
Right. And the best way, before I start saying this, I just want to say hello to David Santano. Thank you so much for taking the time and being here. And thank you so much to Ms. Lackey. It's a pleasure meeting you guys and everyone else watching. I appreciate it, guys. Time is the only currency we cannot get back. And you guys are choosing to spend here. That means a lot for both of us. So thanks for that. Going back to your question, Angelo, the best way I can answer that question is taking it upon myself and answering personally. Okay. When I was starting the channel the first time around, that's one thing I can honestly, confidently say I did right. Because once starting and deciding what to name your channel and so on and so forth, you realize that it's something that you have to do it consistently. And something consistent you really have to personally have an interest in. If you don't personally believe in whatever it is, service, product, or cause, you're not going to be able to do it for a long period of time.
You cannot be lazy. That's right.
There you go. Before starting this, you made a great point. We were speaking previously before the live. You mentioned a great point. A lot of people we started a year and a half, 2 years ago with about 95% are not around.
95%, yeah.
There you go. And because of the same factor, they didn't choose to do what a YouTube in a way that complements. That's my dog's shadow. I apologize.
It's okay.
They didn't choose the YouTube niche in a way where it complements their existing lifestyle. What they did is they did it backwards. They adjusted and tweaked their existing lifestyle to match the YouTube wherever they thought it should be. If you do it that way, you cannot do it for a long period of time. So for me, what's the reason starting a YouTube is because I was spending so much of my personal free time on YouTube regardless, watching videos of how to anything, whether that's business, personal. I wanted to learn, and what a better place to learn that has visual and also audio. I'm a personally visual person. If I see it and hear it, I learn better. But if I just hear it, I don't learn that good. Exactly. So for me, YouTube was very helpful, and I learned a lot there. And I thought to myself, look, 10, 11 years I've been running my businesses. I think I know a thing or two. Let me start putting it out there. You never know. Maybe it'll help someone.
Wayne Gretzky, he said something, guys. I'm going to say a quote that Wayne Gretzky said. He said, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take," right? So you know what? Start that YouTube adventure. Start that TikTok adventure. Start that weight loss adventure, which I'm going to actually start pretty soon. I'm proud to say it, guys, because it helps you with your confidence and everything. And, one thing we learned, Gor, is that you have to be thick-skinned on YouTube, right?
Yes.
You have to be thick-skinned because you just have to be able to take criticism. You have to be able to take hate and stuff like that. By the way, guys, like I said, this is a serious conversation, okay? So I'm putting up the questions that are constructive. You see, the All's Good podcast, he asked a constructive question, okay? He said, Gor, what is your main advice for growing YouTubers? You can answer that, Gor. Go ahead. We're also answering questions.
Awesome. So for growing YouTubers, my main advice would be to look inwards. Take a look at your statistics, meaning your videos, overall your channel on your analytics, and at the same time go into details of your past, say 10 videos. See which videos did better, why, and focus on those videos because you're on the growth period and you want to double down on the stuff that works and you don't want to do videos or topics that don't work. So I would say look inward. Obviously your channel is growing. That means you know what you're doing, at least about 80 to 90% of it. So for the rest, 10% of to tweak around your content to make it even better, to garnish even higher views, I would say to look inwards. Whatever works, do more of it. Whatever doesn't work, simply don't do it. Okay. When especially you're successful, it becomes a bit easier when you know how to read the analytics because you have more of it.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, this is something that I think a lot of people lack, okay? Analytics, they're extremely important. It's literally like the Bible, okay? It tells you everything about your channel, where it's going, what you need to tweak. It tells you your audience, your reach, who's watching your videos, where are they watching your videos, how long are they watching your videos, who is subscribing, who is not, the percentage. So guys, your analytics, they tell a story, a very important story about your channel. And when you look at your analytics, guys, I'm going to say something. Let me make the screen big so you guys get the point. When you look at your analytics, don't be scared to say, this sucks. My thumbnail sucks. My views aren't high. This should be changed. Maybe my content should be changed. Okay, listen, guys, I started off doing streams, small YouTubers support streams, right? And then I eventually changed my channel to have content that people would like, you know what I mean? But all I'm saying is that you could always change your content at any time, okay?
Exactly.
Gor, I think you could talk a bit more about what you should choose when you start off your niche. Let's talk a bit about the niche, Gor. Go ahead.
In order for the niche to go right, you basically need to spend private time yourself. And this is not something that you're going to spend 30 minutes on and come up with an answer. This is something that you might spend 30 minutes, say, for a week straight. But the best part of it, take notes. And you want to ask questions to yourself. What kind of topics have I been interested in past 6 months? Yeah. And then ask the same question past year, past 5 years. If you find a common thread that the topic that you've been interested in past couple of years, most likely that topic you're going to be interested in next couple of years too. So if you put a niche around that topic, you're kind of indirectly guaranteeing that you're going to be consistent with that, because you're already on top of that regardless of YouTube or not YouTube. YouTube is just an addition. It's just a complement to your lifestyle.
Yeah. So listen, Gor, let's get right into audience retention, because we talked about starting a YouTube channel, what you should start with, the basics of being a YouTuber. Okay. By the way, guys, you know the saying, make 100 bad videos when you're a new YouTuber. Make 100 bad videos. I agree with that 100%. Make the mistakes. It's good to make the mistakes early than later. Make 100 bad videos, and then, guys, okay, something I actually realized is that. Don't think that you're going to keep all your videos, right? Go back, look at the videos that are they're not really inspiring. They're in plain text, useless, guys. Look at videos that just don't have any purpose on your channel, don't really go with your channel. Maybe they're not the best quality, So try and keep your best videos, compound your best videos, and keep those public, guys, okay? So Gor could tell you all about this, guys. We're just getting started with the audience retention subject. So let's talk about interest, Gor. Interest on your videos.
Interest in specifics to viewers' interest, I'm guessing you're referring to. Correct?
Sorry? I didn't get that.
Interest in regards to the viewers' interest to the videos you're posting.
Exactly, that's right.
Gotcha. So the best way of finding out the interest is actually sticking to the craft that you're already doing. For example, if your breakdown is to come up with a topic and then shoot a video about it, and then make a thumbnail, and then come up with a title and put a description. When you want to change that around just to see if it works, you want to change only one thing. So you don't change all 5 of them at the same time, because when you do that, you're going to confuse yourself and confuse your analytics and not understand which change worked. So you want to change one at a time. So for example, the one thing I would do is I would go back on the videos. I would look at my video analytics. And when you look at your video analytics on a single video, it shows a nice graphics chart. That chart tells you at which period of the video, let's say at the minute 30 seconds to 2 minute 30 seconds, is where the chart is higher. That means that's where the most viewers were. That's the most interesting part of the video. Go back to that video, watch that part, try to figure out what is it that interested you. Was it your tone? Was it you said something? Was it you did something? And do more of similar to that. You need to look at your graphics, and it tells you. And wherever the chart is low, that means that's where people are clicking off. Go back to the video, see what you said. If you said something or did something, don't ever say and do, because you're losing people at that point. So, and that's what I would say, basically.
Okay. Something, you know what? I have a really good topic to talk about, Gor. A good point, okay? Like, as you can see over here, you have a lot of questions that have nothing to do with what we're talking about, guys.
Right.
We are talking about how to better your YouTube channel, how to be confident, how to get more reach. So there's a lot of comments, guys. One of them big comment here is they're asking about your old channel, Gor. So I don't know if you want to talk about your old channel.
I do. Of course I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, so go ahead and answer the burning question. What happened to your channel?
Definitely. And Nur Mograbi, how are you, my friend? Don't think I didn't see you. I did see you, and thank you so much for taking time to be here. I hope things are well with you. Nur, just to answer your and many of the viewers' questions, what happened to my previous channels? One thing happened. I did a mistake of mixing politics and religion. And I posted way too many political and religious. When I say religious, I don't want you to think of it as Christian, Judaism, or Buddhism, or anything like that. No, not at all. In regards to, there was a big war going on in Armenia at the time. So I started covering a lot of videos on that. And it had to do with race and so on and so forth. So I mixed race, I mixed politics, and at the same time, I did a lot of it. Think of it as 200 videos, 250 videos in 1 month. So I pushed it too much, and YouTube did not like it and took the channel away without any explanation. They simply said that it violated the YouTube community guidelines, whatever that means, and without any specific explanations, they said, you're gone. And another thing, when you started to dig into it to find out to what you can do to get your channel back, because obviously that's the first thing to do when you're losing your channel. How can I get my channel back? You realize that either you're gonna pay some people or that end up being scammers that pretend to they can get your channel back, which I did not do. I just read up a lot. I did a lot of research, and I found out that was the experience for many of the YouTubers in many different sizes. What happened to them after losing a channel? So I didn't pay anyone. And the next best thing was actually contacting YouTube via Twitter. At their handle. So I contacted them, and within less than 24 hours, I heard back. But unfortunately, the message was the same. They said you violated community guidelines. So that's when you're like, okay, at least there's someone replying to. Let me ask why. What did I do? Is it the Trump videos? You start guessing yourself. And when you do research, in the research it tells you. When you reach out to YouTube, you have to be nice. You have to promise them that you will delete that content. You have to promise them that, hey, I learned from my experience this and that. I did all that. Same result. So the best thing to do, basically move forward and learn from it. Do not, if you're doing a certain kind of content, if you're doing a certain niche, do not do a radical, dramatic change right away and start going heavy on the post, because you're only going to hurt yourself and possibly get your channel terminated. And the crazy part is my channel wasn't even terminated. They said it's suspended. And when you're searching suspended, and it says usually within 30 days your channel comes back when it's suspended. So then my channel is not even terminated, it's suspended.
So YouTube lied to you.
Yeah, and then when you're asking Twitter, like, but my channel says suspended, that means it's gonna come back. They're like, no, that usually means the same thing. Suspended means terminated. So it's like, yeah. So the best thing to do is to learn from the mistakes. Anyone listening to watching this, do not get in too much politics and religion and start doing too many videos of that, because that's going to come hurt you.
Exactly.
And politics, it was during the what do you
Trump
call
campaign.
It? Yes, Trump campaign and the elections. And we all know the entire world was involved, and there was big division basically going on. So if someone who wasn't a Trump supporter, they would basically hurt anyone on the other side if they could, and vice versa. And I was just trying to be a middleman to cover both sides, because I would stream Kamala Harris videos, I would stream Joe Biden videos, I would stream Donald Trump videos, and Donald Trump videos would get like 4 or 5 times more the views.
Of course, it's a big topic.
Obviously, I went after the videos that was working. I took my own advice to double down on what's working. So I started doing Trump only after that. So it went downwards.
So long story short, guys, you know, if you want to like cut corners and you know, grow very fast, okay, it's listen. Gor will tell you, you want to go progressively. It's like losing weight, right? We were talking about losing weight. If you lose weight too fast, let's say you're 300-400 pounds, you lose weight too fast, you're gonna have a lot of extra skin, right? If you don't work out and everything, so you got to do it gradually, guys. Okay, I know it's a bad example, but you know what I mean. You get it? Okay, so Raul is saying, what is a Pangat program? Do you know what that is, Gor?
Pangat, is that the one that you help one another?
It's a Filipino, like, small YouTuber support.
Gotcha.
That's what from what I know. Okay. Like Pangat program to the Philippines is basically small YouTuber support.
Alamat, kaibigan, ayan. I know a few Filipino words.
Oh, you know some Filipino words?
Yes, cool. A little. I have a lot. I love Filipino.
Okay. Sage is also saying, by the way, I don't know if you remember Kaylin. Kaylin, I forgot what her name is. This is Kaylin. Her original name was Kaylin Farner. Do you remember her?
I do not.
No? Okay. Well, Sage is a boy now. Sage transitioned from a woman to a boy. So Sage asks a lot of questions to our guests about what you think about the LGBTQ community. So I don't know if you want to answer that, Gor.
My personal opinion, I stick to my own beliefs and respect other beliefs as long as theirs doesn't try to push mine away and they respect one another. When it comes to business, my personal opinions are out the door. Everyone gets treated the same no matter what race, color, religion they are. In my personal life, I respect everybody, whoever respects me, no matter what race, religion, or sex they might belong to. So that's not something that I personally put in front of people and go based on that. I usually give them, not usually, I give everyone their own space, let them say and act and show whatever they're about, and go based on the facts instead of assumptions. Every time you're going based on assumptions, and assumption is whatever you think in your head about something or someone, no matter what their race, religion, color, and sex is, you're assuming at the end of the day. And every time you're assuming, it's not going to end well. So I learned that in business real fast, and I learned that in business and personal life, many things correlate the same way. So don't assume. Let them say, let them act, and go based on what you see and do. And most of the time that works out.
So the All's Good podcast, they had asked a question. I put it on the screen. I'm not sure if you saw it. So we're going to go back and we're going to look at the All's Good podcast question. Let's see. It's at the beginning. I think I had mentioned it, but maybe you didn't get to it. So let's go check. Okay. Gor, what
David
would
had
you...
a nice question over there also. But
yeah. David's question is coming after. But All's Good podcast said, Gor, what would be your main advice for growing YouTubers?
For growing YouTubers. Was this the one when we talked about looking inwards and doubling down?
We were just starting the live, and that's the question that he was asking.
Oh, gotcha. What would be your main advice for growing YouTubers? Again, it's similar to the same question that was asked. What should a growing YouTuber do to gain more, basically, momentum? It's to double down on the content. It works, number one. And number two, you actually want to start getting more engaged with the followers. Put poll type of posts on your community center, and when you're doing that, that's the number one way of finding out what your audience is more interested in seeing. And that's another way of basically doing a metadata hacking. You're instead of making a video, posting and hoping it'll see views, you ask about it. Hey, would you want to see this kind of video or this kind of video? And you kind of get an idea which video would get more views and go on that. So I would do polls, and I would get connected with my audience more like that. I would hold a live stream for like 10-15-minute live stream Q&As, asking specific questions. And if it's a question that's important and serious enough, I would actually make a video about that too. So again, everything goes back to making a connection with the person that watching you, because at the end of the day, they're the ones who are interested in it.
Yeah. Okay. So David Centeno's question. Hey guys, do you think of the Amazon influencer program and Amazon's live as a channel for income? I never heard of that. So I don't know. Have you heard of it, Gor?
Amazon influencer program. That was the program I was referring to off live stream. You and I were talking, Ange, where they reached out to the Instagram post saying anyone that has over, I think, 15,000 followers on Instagram, they got reached out by email from Amazon, inviting them to become an influencer. The reason they do that is because on Instagram, when you're 10,000 plus, I believe you unlock your store, which means you can link your Instagram page to your own website that people can shop from. And have you noticed when you go on Instagram pages, there's a white dot and it opens up, it gives you a price and everything.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's what it is. If you have over 10-15,000 followers on Instagram, you have that feature. When you have that feature, Amazon is interested in your account. And when you have that account, anyone that goes with your link, let's say you have a link under this video, Ange, about the camera and everything that you're using, and people want to buy the same thing. When they click on that link and they go to Amazon, and when they buy that product, you get a percentage off of it. You become a rep. And here's the best part. Let's say they clicked on that link under your video. They went on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
They saw the mic you're using and the headphones and so on and so forth. They decided not to buy it, right? After that, they saw a refrigerator commercial on the next to it, and they clicked on the refrigerator and then they purchased a $2,000 refrigerator, right? You get a cut off of that too, just because they went through you and they continued surfing Amazon. Anything they buy, as long as they went to Amazon through your link, you get a cut. And it's a big
so it's affiliated marketing, basically.
Yes.
Okay, and you're saying people with 15,000 followers on Instagram got reached out by Amazon?
Don't hold me accountable on that number, but it's about 10-15,000, I believe. Yes, and you qualify.
Wow.
Because
Michael Anchor said that's good advice.
Yeah, on that swipe up feature on Instagram, you need like 10K followers to
10K to get that. Yeah.
Yeah, to swipe up. So I think it's around there for activating your store on Instagram, which is linking it up to your website.
Okay, interesting. So let's continue with the audience retention now. Let's talk about engagement, Gor. That's something you wanted to talk about.
Engagement. So the engagement, audience engagement, again, we kind of touched up on this topic already a few times. About at the end of the day, if your audience is engaged, that's only going to give you more views, and you're going to keep your average view duration higher. When your average view duration is over, say, 35%, you're good. If it's over 50%, you're golden. This data simply gives the quality, and it rates the quality of your YouTube channel in regards to other YouTube channels. If someone watches my videos for, say, 5% of the time, and my average view duration is 5%, versus someone's watching Ange's channel and Ange's average view duration is 30 minutes, let's say, Ange is going to get higher CPM, cost per mile clicks. And per mile is 1,000 views. That's how YouTube pays it. So on 1,000 views, Ange is going to get about $50. But I'm going to get about, if I get $5, that's good, but about $2, $3. So there is like an internal matrix that YouTube uses to figure out how quality of these videos are. And however long the people watch your videos, that's how they know. And it's not just about one video, it's about the total. So that's why you see big channels, when they get big, they don't post daily really much. You'll see them post a couple of times a week. That's because they want to have one video that keeps being watched for a long period of time. The more you have, the less is your overall stats, obviously, because some are going to get high clicks and low watch time and vice versa.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question, Gor. Listen, a lot of people, what they do, okay, I'm one of them actually. We take the link and we send them to people, okay? So my question to you, okay, is it good to send links to people to watch your video? And also, is it good to drop your links in Facebook or other sites? Like, is it good to just drop your links anywhere and to increase views? So I want you to answer that question.
This is a two-part question. Let's take it one at a time. First part of the question, as far as sending the links to your videos directly to your friends on Instagram, for example. In my opinion, that's waste of your time. Simply because whenever that friend of yours is looking through their Instagram feed and they sees their notification of that video, they're on Instagram. They chose to be on Instagram to see there. If they chose to be on YouTube, they would have been on YouTube. So they're not going to go on YouTube from Instagram just because you sent them. So in fact, they're just going to double click and move on. Yeah. So you're wasting both of you guys' time that way. But if you have a Discord group that is specified specifically for dropping links and watching, and say you have 20, 25 people in that group, that's different because that's specifically made for that. And as far as Facebook goes and other platforms, it all gonna depend on the platform. Like, let's take Facebook and Reddit, for example. On Facebook, I have very little experience, but from judging from what I've heard from you, Ange, on Facebook, there are specific groups that are for specific interests, and you can post it over there, which means if there is a specific group, just like Discord is, then that's okay. But on Reddit, for example, if I go to a specific group on subreddit, on Reddit, and I post my link over there, the way Reddit is set up, you can, if you advertise directly, you're violating their guidelines, and that subreddit creator is going to put you out of that place. So you're going to get banned. But if I go on subreddit, that specific subreddit interest, and I drop Ange's link and say, hey, Ange, this is Ange Show, and they were talking about this, that's totally fine. They let your friend to advertise you, but they don't let you to advertise directly yourself.
So you can't self-promote on Reddit?
No. So it all depends on the platform you're on. If it's specific group niche intended for that interest, in my opinion, you're good to go. But
I have another important question about YouTube, like about subscribers. Okay, one of the biggest problems, okay, with getting to your subscribers to engage is that they don't have the notifications turned on, right, Gor?
right, the bell.
Okay, so my question is, how do you get those subscribers who don't have the notifications turned on? Like how do you okay, there's a percentage. If you go in your analytics, you could see how many people turned on their notifications, right? Post notifications. So that's why you see in videos people say turn on all post notifications. Okay, my question, Gor. Okay, let's say you have a certain amount of subscribers. A lot of them don't have their notifications turned on. How do you get them to turn on those notifications?
The best way of getting your subscribers to activate the bell notification so they can now get notified every time you post a new content is simply giving them more and asking less from them, but getting the timing right of when you're asking less. If you're asking less, that means you have less chances of converting. But if you get the timing right and you ask less, you're going to get more out of it than asking more. So let me break it down and say it in a different way, because that sounds confusing, I know.
Yeah.
When you're doing a video and you're giving something, whether it's an entertainment or education, you're adding value in their life. The best moment of that video that you're adding value, that aha moment for your viewer, is the best time for you to insert that part for them to activate the bell, because you just gave them something and the least they can do is that. It's not about asking consistently. It's about getting the timing right. And the best time is right after giving.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
David Centeno said something that's golden. I think it represents a lot of people, okay? He says, lol, my notifications are turned off. There you go. So no matter who you are, even if you're a big YouTuber, even if you're the most interesting person in the world, he just said, I have a schedule to check, social media, so I'm not distracted. Exactly. So there's certain times, no matter who you are, he's not going to get your notification.
This is
you
true.
understand that, guys?
You're not going to be able to get everyone to do it.
A lot of people have big egos and they say, yeah, everybody's going to see it, whatever. Well, here's the proof, guys, okay? Not everybody has their notifications turned on. You have to understand, like I said, your subscribers, okay, that's like if you have a channel, that's how many people are paying for that channel. But how many people are going to tune in? You understand? So that's what we're trying to debunk with Gor over here. So let's get into metadata now, Gor. I think metadata is a really important conversation. So how do you want to start with this conversation about metadata? What do you want to talk about first?
I think we should start with title and go down from there, because title, because in order to put a title together, you're gonna have to touch up on like keywords and such.
Okay, so the title, guys, for your YouTube title, Gor, what's good? A long title, a short title? What should we put in our title? I heard rumors that you need to put keywords in your title. Not sure. Okay, that's true then.
Definitely.
Okay.
And the keywords have to be naturally inserted. What I mean by that is you cannot just add keywords next to each other that doesn't form a sentence. You have to make a basic sentence and at the same time use minimal words. Like you don't want if you can have a sentence with 3 words, that's a powerful punch. You don't want to have more than 5 words in your sentence, in your title. And if you do, then you want to make sure there are keywords that are going to match with the search query. Because think of it this way, when you want to search something, what do? You go to the search bar and you type whatever you're interested in. So you have to think of it the same way when you think of a title. What would the viewer search on a search bar to find this video? And whatever words you come up with or phrases you come up with, you want to keep those and take notes of those words and phrases. And then you want to come up with the sentence that naturally fits in. And it also has a punch to it. After doing that, you run it through TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is a tool that I use to get a second opinion and second feedback on the ranking and how many searches it gets per month and how many videos there are out there and how many of those videos are from big channels. And if it's big channels, it's considered, there's like this thing called Blue Ocean and I believe Red Ocean. Red Ocean is like big channels. When big channels videos are ranking up number 1, 2, 3, you're most likely not going to get your video rank up. So you want to search up topics that big channels don't have their videos ranked up. That the top videos are ranked up by small channels. That's called the blue ocean. So that means it's going to be easy to penetrate and rank up because you're going against another average channel like you, a small channel like you, not a big one. So that's where it's a whole breakdown. So the number one place to start with is what would the person that would find this video search, and you go from there.
Okay. David Centeno said, I think it's the relationship, like Gord said. I'm watching this because Gord sent a notice to my Instagram, and I watch every video of the people who know me as a person, not just a sub. So wait a minute, you know him and you know him personally, or like
personally, in a sense that we're connected on not just on YouTube. We're connected beyond YouTube. And that's what it means. And the relationship throughout conversations, live streams, and messages, basically, it's as close as to someone that you would like you and I.
Yeah,
that's the easiest way to explain.
Okay. Another thing, I want to say something, Gor. Is it important, like during the middle of a live stream or at the climax, to say, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so? Is it important to keep repeating things?
Yes and no. And no. It all depends on the topic and the timing. Again, if you're talking about something serious and you're gonna say that, you're gonna completely discredit what you just said. So you want to have a fine balance with asking and giving. If you're gonna keep asking, you gotta keep giving, in my book.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so continuing on with the topic of audience retention, guys, okay? So it's basically, how do you keep your viewers on your live or your video, your channel, most importantly? Because, guys, we're having a serious conversation here. We're talking about how to grow on YouTube. Welcome, Igorot. Welcome. Wait, you know Igorot?
Yes, it took me a very while to learn this name, and I'm so proud to say it, if I may. Igorotsi Kurdisi. It took me a while to get it right.
Okay, is she from the Philippines?
Just like my last name, it's very complicated.
Is she from the Philippines?
Yes, she's my friend also. Yeah,
you mean in real life?
No, over YouTube and stuff. And she's a very large YouTuber also in live streaming. Really? Her energy level on live stream and consistency, she puts the bar high.
Okay, guys, don't forget, share this video on your Facebook, your Twitter. If you're a YouTuber with 1,000 subscribers, you could share this video on your community post, guys.
I'm going to try to get this light on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. What I want to say, guys, is that I'm going to make the screen big right now. What I got to say is that, we have to help each other out, okay? Because YouTube they don't give the time of the day for people that are small like me and you and even Gor. You know what I mean? So, guys, we have to come together. Sharing is caring, my friend. Okay, Gor, what do you think about getting videos to be shared? It's so important. What do you got to say about
Share and likes. Shares and likes are the bread and butter of YouTube. Forget about comments. Shares and likes is what's going to basically make create the consistency and what's the word for it? Momentum of your channel's growth. Okay. The more likes you get, the more your shares you get on consistent basis, the faster it's going to take off. That's one thing I've learned. And the best part of that is if you can get it naturally for people to share your item, then you've just hit a gold mine. Simply because I'll put it to you this way. Any person that shares something, that means they stand by it. Either they're proud of it or they want to say that. It's just they cannot say the way that video is saying or that girl is saying or that guy or that woman or whoever it is saying in the video. The way they're saying that information, when I share that video with you, that means I'm proud of that. I wish I was able to say that. So that's why you want to focus on your videos and content. When you give, people are gonna share if they resonate with you. Like I'll give you a perfect example. One of my friends, we go way back 15 years. A couple of years ago, like 2 years ago or so, they opened a food stand, burger, smash burger over here in East Hollywood. They opened an Instagram page within like Recently they opened an Instagram page. Couple months of time, their Instagram is at, I think, 17 or 20,000 followers, and they're getting thousands of views and likes on their videos and pictures. This is simply because that's an organic growth. The burger place, the food and the service was so good that their customers kept on taking pictures and posting it, and their friends would say, like it, share it, and it's picking up. They themselves are surprised. I was speaking to him the other day. So, and that solidified one thing that I knew all previously too. Organic. It has to have, people have to resonate with it. If they don't resonate with it, with your content, don't waste your time on sub for sub or anything like that. Just look inward, change the topic, change the content, change something about it. If you're shooting indoors, start shooting outdoors. If you're shooting outdoors, start shooting indoors. Change it around, find something that works. Don't stick to it. There is this successful YouTube guy I used to talk with, just real quick. He told me that your first 30 videos are gonna tell you whether the niche you chose is good or bad. If you post first 30 videos and your channel doesn't take off, like say 2,000 subscribers within 4 months, max 5 months, change your niche. Don't do it.
Yeah. Don't be scared to change your niche, guys. I say it all the time. The first thing you have to look at when something doesn't work is your content, right, Gor? Because I was just telling somebody, if you have a converter, without batteries, how are you supposed to open the TV, right?
There you go.
Your batteries is the life, the content, your niche, that is everything about your channel. Everything else comes after. You have to find something, an idea, boom, right on the head. A good idea, maybe even original. Like it doesn't, like the actual category doesn't have to be original, but what you're actually talking about, your personality is what original. You are gonna sell your channel, right? Gor's gonna sell his channel. I'm gonna sell my channel. That's the way it works, guys. At the end of the day, people fall in love with the host. People fall in love with the character, the personality, how much he gives back to the look. You see, Igor is saying, "I love Gor. He helps me out there." So you know what I mean. You have to give back. You have to offer something to people. We are going to talk about memberships, how to get members. Like, we're going to talk about that. There's a lot of things we'll talk about. Quickly, what is a CTR, Gor? Can you please explain that?
The CTR, the click-through rate. CTR is basically, when you hover your mouse over YouTube videos and you pass one, you go another one, and then you come back, you choose whichever you want. Every time you hover your mouse, YouTube keeps track of that. That's a metadata itself. That's an analytic itself. So when someone hovers your image and passes it, that decreases your CTR, your click-through rate. That means I'll think of it this way: impression click-through rate, they call it. Out of 1,000 people seeing your thumbnail, how many would click on it? And if out of 1,100 people would click on it, that means your CTR is 10%. Exactly. You need to have at least 20% plus CTR. Average YouTuber has what, like 2-3% CTR, which is not good.
Mine is around 5-6 in a couple months.
You're about average, but above average. You're above average. But I would, if you can get your CTR rate to 12%, you're gonna have 4 to 5 times more views.
Wow,
that's just how it works.
And also,
and the best way of putting your CTR up is by your thumbnails. The more intriguing your thumbnails are, the higher your CTR.
Exactly. So what do you need what does a good thumbnail have, Gor? How do you make a good thumbnail?
That's a question that I'm still learning about, to be honest. In the beginning, it was maximum 4 words. Short words and big ones, and after that it became no words, just image. Nowadays, what I'm noticing a good thumbnail is an image. I don't really see too many words on a thumbnail. Like, for example, Mr. Beast's thumbnails, when you look at it, you don't see too many words, and if you do, it's very minimal, maybe 1 or 2. So, and one thing that I've learned this actually information from Mr. Beast, the credit to him, and the example he gave was the black balls in a water pond. Was it a water pond or something? So there's this guy. There is a water reservoir. Sorry, English is my third language, so there was a reservoir, and they put black balls, like silicone balls, to hover over the water, and it looked really crazy from far away. It looked like diamonds, black diamonds. Long story short, this guy, I found out that they put the balls over there so it can actually keep heat away, so the water doesn't evaporate for the reservoir. And he did a video about that on YouTube, and he asked Mr. Beast, is like, what kind of thumbnail should I put? And Mr. Beast told him, all you have to do is take a picture of the reservoir and ask a question. Why? And just a picture of the thumbnail, and put a title. Why is there, I don't know, however many number of black balls in this reservoir? So two things they did. They put a picture, and the title of the video was referring about the picture, and at the same time creating this intriguing feeling into the person that's reading. Now they want to find out why, because they just read why. You know what I mean? So it's all about putting yourself in a viewer's shoes and connecting with them. And as far as thumbnail goes, you have less than half a second. So in less than half a second, you expect person to read a sentence on a thumbnail? Not gonna happen. You're gonna lose them. So that's why I think I notice less words.
But how big should the writing be on a thumbnail? Should it be pretty big?
That's what I'm saying. I think it should be very little words.
Really?
And if there is words, big them. Yeah. Say 35% of the thumbnail size.
Okay, because to me, like most people that look at the YouTube video thumbnail they're on their phone, right? They're on their phone, which means that the thumbnail looks smaller on their phone, right?
Yep.
Okay, so don't you need bigger letters for them to be able to read it while they're looking at it quickly?
Yes and no. If you want to put words, then you have to have one word, two max, and big words. That's why it's good not to have words whatsoever and have pictures.
Wow.
Yeah, and if it's going to be a picture, you cannot have an abstract painting that's shot like a 4 feet away. It has to be like a headshot or something.
Yeah, they like zoomed in. I heard that YouTube, it's better to have zoomed in. Like if it's a face, zoomed in face, everything has to be like right at you, clear.
You don't have too many detailed stuff, but no one's going to be, is not going to catch it. Too small.
Okay. Now let's talk about quality versus quantity. I think, Gor, this is such an important thing. Okay, guys, I'm talking about putting a lot of mediocre quality videos out, like quantity, like a lot of videos, or taking your time and having less videos uploaded. So that's the discussion we're gonna have. Take it away, Gor. Let's talk about quality versus quantity.
I'm always gonna take quality over quantity. That's my preference, simply because less is more.
Okay.
I've learned that in many ways, whether it comes to designing a store or whether it comes to trying to get that girl that you wanted and please them or anything like that. The more you do, the less it works. Yeah. So specifically in this case, quantity. When you're just starting YouTube, start with quality, and then if you want to do quantity, you have to really give yourself time. Don't pull the trigger. Give yourself a good month before you decide going from 2 videos a week to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. If you're going to drop the quality of the video just so you can up the quantity, don't do it. You're not ready. That's why. If you're going to do, you want to do, the way I answered the question is, I said I want both. I want quantity and quality. But in order to do that, you need to grow to that level. And in order to grow to that level, you need time. So that's pretty much what I would recommend. If you're going to up the quantity, you have to maintain the quality. If you cannot, find a way. There are ways. That just, if you cannot at the time, that just simply means it's not the time. You need.
What about frequency, Gor? How often should we upload? How often should we go live? What do you think is better, going live or uploading a video?
As a new channel, I would recommend that, depending on how the speed of you want to grow, but minimum, I would recommend twice a week. At average, 3 times a week. If you upload 3 times a week quality videos, you're golden. You don't
really? I want to ask a big question, Gor, because me and you were kind of similar. We do more live streams than videos, okay? Uploaded videos. Is it bad to not upload videos but you're doing live streams very often? Is it acceptable or is it unacceptable?
It's completely It's not either or. It's not bad or good. It's more like what your audience prefers, what works for your channel. You get what I mean? If the
Yeah.
audience prefers the live streams, then obviously you're gonna do more of that. But if you have audience for both of them, then you gotta do both. What I learned recently from Joe Rogan, actually, Joe Rogan Experience, what they do is they do a live stream, say an hour long, and then from that live stream, Jamie is his teammate that handles the YouTube, but the guy that does everything for him.
Yeah.
And Jamie gets snippets of it, and they create video out of it. Now you have a live stream and videos. You get what I mean? So you have two different crowds. You have that person might watch both, but the other person might watch either or. So you can't really pick one and drop the other. It's gonna be based on your viewer.
Yeah. Now let's talk about well, there's lighting you wanted to talk about. So I don't know, like, do you have to buy a ring light? Like, what is this ring light story? I never used one.
That's funny. I'm using a ring light right now, and
I'm using it right now. Okay, what does a ring light do?
It's a little too bright. I want to bring it down.
What does a ring light do for your lighting? It stabilizes it. Like, you know what I mean? Why is it so important?
The point of a ring light is it spreads the light. It's not a spotlight; it's a spread. The spotlight, I would just have the middle of my face really white, and then it would get dark the rest of the time. But the ring, it really spreads the light, and it gives you overall the natural light look instead of having it in one spot. You get what I mean?
David brought up a good question about other social media platforms. He said, what about a video on YouTube and live and on Instagram or Facebook? So what about putting content on different social media platforms?
That's a really amazing way. That's another mistake I made with my first channel. See, being at 5K and then starting from zero, I learned that if I had my Facebook channel and if I had reposted the videos I had already made on Facebook, I would have had similar, if not more, followers over there too. Plus, I wouldn't have lost about 300 videos that I spent working on in about 2 years' time. I lost all those videos.
Wow.
So, but we're starting again. Posting your content on different platforms is a genius idea, and I personally learned it the hard way.
Okay, so that's something you lacked with your first channel. So let's talk about community activity. That's what you wanted to make a point about that, Gor.
All right, the community activity, I call it. It comes down to basically we would do the sub to sub thing where you would reach out to people and ask them if they want to become a friend with you on YouTube, and you do the same back. The whole structure of that is not sustainable, simply because the topic, the videos that you're putting out there, and the people that are subscribing to you are not interested in one another. So just because the number of your followers are growing doesn't mean the number of views on your videos are growing. Exactly. Because they're not interested. And that right there tells YouTube that this channel or the person running the channel is cutting corners, because it doesn't make sense to have numbers of the followers go up but not the views. It makes no sense. So for that main reason alone, it's not worth spending your time on doing that, simply because it's gonna backfire on you. Instead of that, you want to focus on your craft, on your videos. I get better at that. How to put more charisma through the lens so the people can see it on their screens. That's the hardest part, to be charismatic in your videos, to be natural, real. And the best way of doing that is by being straightforward and honest. If you're gonna pretend or front to be someone else that you're not, it's a matter of time for someone to see through you. As much as you know nothing. You know that Game of Thrones, if you watched it, it says, you know nothing, Jon Snow. It's really true in life too. As much as you think you know nothing.
But you know what's a good point, Gor? Listen, it's good to network, guys, okay? Which is basically, you need to find people within the same niche as you. So if you're a comedian, you're going to go look for people that like comedy. So it's okay, it's completely fine to go and get people that like comedy, that like the things that you do, right? Now, it doesn't mean that all the comedians are going to like you just because you do comedy. But the whole point is, you're proposing your channel to somebody who at least will turn on the video and at least take a look at it, right? Because if you're going to give a gamer something about comedy, 99% of the time, the gamer is not interested. He's going to sub to you, and then he's not going to watch your stuff because he only likes gaming, right? Now, if you put stuff of gaming, maybe he's going to come. But then again, there's a lot of gaming channels, and, like he knows that you're not. Usually when gamers are going to look for people that are really good gamers, right, Gor? People that know what they're talking about in gaming. Not a little, in Italian we say mangia cake. Not a mangia cake that thinks they're a gamer.
Either what you're saying or the person, the gamer.
Yeah, because,
like, the topic you did mention before we were talking about the looks.
Yeah, but, it's important, like, listen, like, okay, Gor, if you think gaming is a big thing, right? Because gaming is a big thing on YouTube. One of the biggest YouTubers, PewDiePie, it's gaming, right? Okay. But is it smart to do gaming just because it's popular, even though you don't really know a lot about it? So what do you think about that?
Again, it'll go back to who you personally are. If you're a gamer as on your private time, on your free time, it's a green light for you. It's a blue ocean for you. Go for it. And if you're a gamer and you're not streaming live while you're gaming, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're already spending your time to game. Just turn the camera on. Yeah. People want to turn the camera on and do the YouTube, but they don't know what to do. But the gamer, if someone is a gamer and not doing the stream, it's like you're doing all the hard work and not getting the money. Would you go work for someone and not get paid? No. So it's like kind of what you're doing. But that's what I would recommend. And same thing goes to anything. If you're someone who enjoys cooking, like I occasionally, couple of times a week, when I have time, I enjoy cooking. And same thing with my fiance. We take turns. So all you have to do is turn the tripod, set up the tripod, put the camera, and cook it. And when you're doing record yourself doing what you like, camera is going to capture all that energy, all that charisma, all that everything, and viewer is going to connect with that. Whether the funny way of you sneezing or you laughing or whatever it is you're doing, your viewer is going to connect. Like, give an example on that girl. She's a rapper too, on Ridiculousness with Rob Dyrdek. The girl Chanel West Coast, I believe her rap name. Like she has a very different laugh. A lot of people get annoyed. A lot of people laugh at the laugh. But what I'm noticing is a lot of people comment on it. So you never know what the viewer is going to resonate with. So the more natural, the more yourself you are. And you mentioned this point. This credit goes to you, Ange. You said, we're already natural, unique, different. As long as you do it, it's going to be different than natural. Just stick to you,
Yeah, but another good point, Gor, I see this more and more often, people copying each other. It's a big thing. Like we've all copied somebody in our lifetime. There's no doubt about that. Why do we follow people? Because it inspires us, right? And they also give us ideas. So it's also important to follow people like, let's say, Gary, what's his name? Gary Vaynerchuk, people that are intelligent, people that are motivational speakers. Those are the good people to get to know. People that you're going to learn from. It's cool to follow a comedian. It's cool to follow a hot girl. But sometimes you want to follow people that are going to make you learn something. At the end of the day, listen, if you spent the whole day without learning something, you're doing something wrong. You know what I mean? You're probably not hanging out with the right people. You're probably wasting your time, right?
That's true. Basically, balance the entertainment versus education.
Guys, how did they discover fire? They tried things, right? It's like you gotta have a routine. Like Gor loves the routine thing. Let's talk a bit about your channel before we continue for the rest of the topics.
Yes.
Talk a bit about your channel. What's the goal of your channel, Gor?
Okay, so guys, Modeling Success Successfully is the name of my new channel. Modeling Success Successfully. If I believe Ange is gonna put a link on there.
Yeah, it's already on the chat. It's pinned at the top. Yeah.
There you go. There, the link is all the way up chat. You can find it through that link. The channel is around what I'm doing again. So when the first time around my personal channel, Gor Mkhitar, didn't know what workout. This channel is wrapped around my personal life, and that I tweaked around the content. Usually I would do how-to tips, and I would tell you and show you how to do certain stuff to get certain results. With this new channel, I'm doing actually backwards. I'm showing how I'm doing to get to certain results I'm getting to. And I'm also adding more entertainment with the new channel by bringing you guys along with me behind the scenes to the vacations, to the places, to the work I visit. So it's not just going to be on how-to tips, it's going to be slash like vlog type videos, but it's still educational vlog type videos. And this channel mainly going to be outside of studio instead of stationary, will be out there. And it's going to be, we over there, we usually talk business, finance, interest, like investing, whether it's crypto or anything else, simply because if you're working, making money, obviously you got bills going on, you paid bills. But the whole point of it is to invest the remaining money so it can make more money for you. So at some point down the line, you can stop working and at the same time have the cash flow to pay the bills. Because we all know two things are guaranteed in life: taxes and wealth. So at this point, we talk finance, and we talk when you get the money, the investing part, and the news. We talk about YouTube overall, because I look at YouTube as a business in a way also, simply because you can make a lot of money on YouTube if you do it right. So the channel is based around me. Every day I work, every day I do YouTube, and I love learning. That's about it.
Exactly. So listen, guys. I actually I had it originally, your link, and then I don't know what happened to it, so I repinned it, guys. Listen, go and subscribe to the guy on the right of me. Okay. Oops.
I appreciate it.
Guys, please go and check out Gor Mkhitar's channel, Modeling Success Successfully. He is a successful person, guys. He had over 4,000 subs on YouTube. Go and check him out. Go like, comment, subscribe, share his videos, enjoy his videos. Like, don't just open videos and close them. If you're going to open a video, to me, it means that you want to connect with that person. You want to know what they're talking about, okay? It's like saying I'm going to be at a meeting and then not showing up to that meeting. What's the point of that, right? You're just going to look bad after if you don't show up, right? So it's the same thing with YouTube.
In other words, under promise, over deliver. That's so true. We always do that. Yeah. Exactly. I think David had a nice question. Check it out, Ange.
Okay. Let's see. The
last one. Or maybe
is it this one? Yeah.
What does NFT stand for?
NFT, not for. I can't remember what NFT stands for. What does it stand? Do you know, Gor?
I'm not sure, but if you could clarify, David, please. But we'll get back to it.
Or maybe do a video on NFT. Yeah, David, what is NFT? Does anybody here know what NFT is? If you do know, let me know. Okay, so it's time to talk about branding, Gor.
Yes.
So we all know on YouTube, guys, there's certain ways you can make money. Okay, there's ad revenue, which is like the basis, right? Then there's memberships. I mean, Gor, did you have memberships on your channel?
I did.
Okay, so you guys, you can have members.
About 14 members, yes.
14 guys, I'm gonna tell you something. It's not a secret. It's very hard to get members, okay? And there's certain reasons for that. Gor, do you want to explain why it's hard to get members? Can you please explain that for me?
The number one hard part about getting members is actually, you ask yourself, I'm already giving my 110% in the videos to add value. What else extra can I do for my members, because they need to get extra more? And in order to answer that question, you need to keep it very simple, very basic. If the person is becoming a member, they want to see more of you. The best way of showing more of you is having BTS, behind the scene videos. Like those cuts that you doesn't make to the main video. Save those cuts and put together and make like compilations or something like that, only for the people that are your members. In other words, you need to find similar ways to connect with your members, but at the same time not add extra tasks on your plate. And mainly the YouTube membership is set up in a way, the confusing part comes where there is tiers to your membership. When there is no tiers, when it's just a member or non-member, it's pretty fair and simple, because a member can get all the benefits of the unique emojis and their badges and so on and so forth. And that right there is already something extra that people like getting by becoming a member. So you don't really need to do anything else. But once you add tiers to it, that's when you need to add more things to it.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, finish. It looked like you wanted to finish on something.
Yeah, and what I would say is, you want, again, it's gonna come down to what your members like want to. Why do your members? You can simply put a poll on your community post and make it, why are you a member, or what would make you become a member, or what would you like to get when you become a member? And
yeah, so what are you expecting when you become a member? What am I getting from it?
Yes.
Everybody who pays money for a service, they want to get something, right?
Absolutely.
That's why YouTube, they're very careful with the membership. So you can't have false promises. You could get in trouble with that, guys. You could lose your channel for having false promises as a member.
And what I've noticed, Ange, I'm sorry to interrupt on that department. What I've noticed is the way YouTube pushes that is simply, YouTube says, if you become a member, that's your best way of showing your support to the YouTuber. So this is what big channels do. In other words, they give you absolutely nothing extra when you become a member. All they tell you is that you're supporting us and we're very thankful, which is a lot, which is everything. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, because that YouTuber works very hard on the videos that they watch. And the viewers, that's their nice way of it, whether it's $1.99, $4.99, $9.99, whatever the membership they want to support it. They pay that monthly just so they can see more videos from this YouTuber. So this is the entire structure of membership and what YouTube likes it to play out as. But when we come in, YouTubers like us who always like to over-deliver, we complicate stuff around ourselves. We think that we have to now do extra just because they're members. No, that's not the case at all. The person becomes a member because they like to support you. So that's what you need to hatch on to, and that's what you need to preach, and that's what you need to continue tell, because that's the truth. So every time you need to be consistent in your videos and thank your members, because their donations help support that gas you put in your car, that camera that broke, that you need a new one, so on and so forth. So that money should be as a support to the videos that you're already making. Not
you have to remind your members that how do I say this? You have to keep showing thank you very much. You're making a difference.
Thanking your members.
Thanking your members, And also, you need to give exclusive content, right? Like,
if you don't hang up on that too much.
Okay, but if you're paying to be a member, don't you think you should deserve like exclusive content, like maybe a sneak peek of something?
100% they deserve it, yes.
Well, there you go, guys. I just want to say something. If you become a member today, okay, I have a special video, a special live coming up, guys, March 24th. It's going to be 1 year I've been on YouTube, okay?
Hey.
So if you want a sneak peek, okay, of my 1 year celebration, the way that I have the look of it, the poster. If you want to see it, if you become a member today, I will send it to you. Only members have that right now. Nobody else has it. So there you go. There you go. That is a reason why you should become a member.
Clarify something. Who's covering shipping? Clarify for our viewers.
No. It's not. No, listen. Listen, here's the disclaimer here. It's not a poster a physical. I'm just gonna show you the artwork before everybody else.
An inside look.
Yeah, but it's things that I'm gonna keep doing. I'm gonna keep giving exclusive content to our members. Also, when you become a member, we have weekly meetings. Okay, it's important to have weekly meetings because you're showing your members that you're active. Okay. You cannot be inactive, guys. You have to keep posting on YouTube, even if you don't feel good some days. And during the winter with the whole lockdown, there's been days I just lost motivation. Gor, I don't know if you felt that, but there's days that I just felt like I don't want to post anything. I don't want to see people. Sometimes you just have negative vibes.
I was an essential person out there, so my case was a little different.
But you know, this is a question I want to ask you, Gor. How do you weed out all the negativity, like the people that come that are negative? Like, you know, you want to mold your channel to have certain people that are going to be serious, right? And that's something I really don't understand. How do you, like
David Centeno.
Yeah, David Centeno, like he's a serious, but there's a lot of people that come in here, they have nothing to do with the video. Right. They're just here to make jokes and maybe get their comment on the thing.
Like
how do you, exactly, but how do you kind of weed them out? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
by having people like David Centeno around you. They were
Exactly.
the ones to tell me don't pay mind to them, because it would get to me sometimes, and you could tell on my face. But it was him, Steph, Ingrid, inspirational Ingrid, July, and then we had many other friends that I'm sorry if I'm not mentioning your name.
Yeah.
Igorotsky was one of them, and Igorotsky herself, she had her own troubles with the troll, and she
Oh,
was
really?
yeah, she went through difficulties with that too. They
Oh
were
my
trying
God.
to, yeah. But the best thing to do is surround yourself with people that have weight in their real life, meaning they're, because here's the thing, I'll give an example on myself. I'm a family person, so that's one of the strongest connection I have with David, because when I see his posts and stuff, he's a family person, and the things he does and we talk about, that right there puts a lot of on a different kind of respect and love. So when you connect with like that people that you're similar to, they help you out throughout the time. So you basically have your I don't want to call them fans, more like friends, even that word is wrong too. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like somewhere between a fan and a friend,
Mm-hmm.
where they want the best for you, they don't want nothing from you, they just vibe with you like you vibe with them. You get what I mean? So it's just surrounding yourself with people like that, and that makes the process a lot smoother and easier. Same thing goes in real life, whether it's your husband, fiance, your parents, your sibling, or whatever it is. If you vibe with them, you definitely share with them. Specifically with YouTube, it's easy to connect with other YouTubers because a lot of things can't be explained. It's already understood. You guys both go through it together. So that's why it's easy to connect with another YouTuber, versus when you have YouTube troubles trying to explain it to your fiance who is clueless about YouTube. That's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The last topic, Gord, that I want to talk about is profile optimization. This is something you wanted to talk about. So it's how your channel looks. Why don't you tell us the spiel about that, Gord?
The profile optimization, basically think of it as a dress code. In real life, when you're going out there, when you're going to meet someone, people talk about that first impression is everything. It really is everything. People judge you whether they say they do or do not. So the way you're dressed is either going to open up doors for you or close doors for you. Same thing goes for your YouTube channel. The way your YouTube channel is presented to the viewer that lands on your page, whether that's your channel art up top or your profile picture, or the way your sections on your channel videos are set up, it's gonna it's gonna paint a picture about who is running the channel and so on and so forth, and it's gonna tell people whether they wanna go for it or not. And at the same time, it's gonna either bring more exposure to your videos or it's gonna hide it away. So kind of your profile optimization is everything, just like your dress code. Say you want to get a meeting with a famous person. If you're dressed like a homeless person, most likely you're not gonna get close to them. But if you're dressed fresh, you got you're looking nice and clean, smell good, and you present yourself. You're not egoistic, but at the same time, you're not shy. You're confident just enough. They're gonna give you a more opportunity than someone who doesn't like to even brush their hair. So that's why when your channel is optimized and it looks good, your channel is gonna get more chance of being clicked on. And if you have videos presented on your page, then you're gonna have more chance of your other videos being clicked on versus being tucked away somewhere on your page. So
what do you think about deleting videos that didn't do well or that you're not proud of, or just you don't like the quality?
I'm completely against deleting videos. Instead of deleting videos, yes, you have two other choices. You can either unlist them or put them on private. If you unlist them or put them on private, you keep all the credit, all the views and the watch hours and everything. But if you're deleting them, you're losing all the credit. Why would you take away stats from your own channel, views and so on?
But when you put it on unlisted, don't you lose the views?
No.
You sure?
But
what about private?
I'm like 99% sure you do not lose.
But private,
you don't gain any new ones.
But private, you do lose it, I think, because I know.
No, you don't lose private either. You just don't gain any new ones.
Okay, then maybe because the way I check on my about the amount of views. So does that have anything to do with your private videos and unlisted videos?
No, it stays.
Okay, because I had like 80,000, and then it's down to 77. It doesn't make sense. Like,
then you got trimmed down. Losing views is completely normal.
okay.
YouTube does audits 3 times a year.
Okay, so when you put a video on private, it doesn't take away views.
No.
So it's only when you delete it. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it stops. It's like
now that I know that, I'm gonna keep my best videos and all my garbage videos, because the way you look at it, guys. By the way, Lifestyle with Nats is in the building. What's up, Lifestyle with Nats?
Yeah, no, don't delete nothing. Just hide them or put them on list or private.
Also, David Centeno said, I was told that you should freshen your look every year, keep your brand, but give it a facelift to keep interest. Do you guys agree? 100%. I agree with that. What about you, Gor?
100% agree. Like, I'll give an example of Ralph's, for example, supermarkets, or not Ralph's, any supermarket around you. Have you noticed they keep changing the stuff around the aisles and the product places to keep you fresh, to keep you walking around so you can see the products that you don't want to see? Because, on aisle 8 on the left bottom side you're going to find your, say, micheladas. I like micheladas. I just discovered, for example. But if they change it somewhere else, you have to walk around. And then when you walk around, maybe you're going to find a lot other products that you're going to do an impulse buy. Impulse buy is huge in retail. People capitalize on that. Same thing goes over here. Applies to the same thing. And when you refreshen your look, or Starbucks, for example, have you noticed they changed the window stickers with the seasons? When it's fall time, they have the yellow leaves. Yeah, pay attention.
Didn't notice that.
Starbucks taught me a lot of great business because they do what David does 4 times a year, not even once a year. They change their look with the seasons.
Wow.
Yeah, especially over here in California, we don't have no winter and spring really and stuff. It's either summer or less summer.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, and David also said it's good to keep your old videos so people could see where you came from. That's very important. People like that. They love. People are curious. They want to go on your channel. They want to see where you started, how you started your first video. I would name my first video my first video. I would just do that. It's just interesting, right? And that's what I did. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it.
David said is a great point. Then on top of that, by keeping your old videos, you're also increasing the chance of your views and pay and everything, because they still get views. Your new subs that watch your videos now, a lot of times I went back all the way to the first videos of the people that I follow and I learn from, because I do that. And when they have those videos, for some reason, my respect level goes through the roof for them, because these people got guts, and I want to be one of them. I want to have guts and keep my shitty videos. Excuse my language.
Yeah. One thing I want to say, Gor, it's nothing to do with this profile optimization, but it has to do with something important. You have to learn how to lose before you could win, right, Gor?
So true. So true.
So you guys, you gotta just
in order to become.
You gotta do your thing. You gotta have videos that just don't have that many views. Every successful person will tell you that they probably got beaten down. They probably got rejected. Every famous person will tell you that. Listen, I know famous people that lived in a van, like Jim Carrey, before he got popular.
One of my icons, Jim Carrey. I love that guy. His mindset and everything. I had this amazing video about him, got deleted.
Oh, okay. What was your video about?
He was giving a speech during his graduation, I believe, yellow kind of gown and stuff. And he gave an example of his dad and him family leaving out the car. He gave many examples of the painting he made, and just the mindset and everything, where he came from, what he has, and who he's become. Because success only amplifies who you already were inside you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The guy was already that inside. That just made him for the whole world to see it. That's why he said it. I want everyone to be successful, so you'll know that that's not the answer. The answer is inside you. Every time you look inwards, you cannot lose looking inwards, and that's what it stands for, basically. You lose when you look outwards, when you start comparing yourself, or you're this, you're that. Never compare. If you're gonna compare, you have to compare yourself from yesterday and a week before. Only compare to yourself. Nobody, nothing else. Because they're in different position and stage in their life. You're in different position. Just because you're winning now, they're losing, doesn't mean they're losers, you're winner, and vice versa. That's why within yourself.
So Gor, we haven't gotten to the next step yet. To me, the next step on YouTube terms is 10,000 subscribers. To me, personally. I think that's a big milestone. That was your goal, right? And it almost came, but it's going to come again. Don't worry, because if you believe you could achieve, if you want to do it and you think you'll do it, you will do it. So my question to you, Gor, how do we get to that next step? If a bunch of people here have 1,000, 2,000, even 3, 4K, whatever, how do we get to the 10,000, which is to me the next step? How do we do that?
Both of us know I've never hit that number yet, but I was well on the way. It took me a year and a half to get to 5K, and with the pace I was going, it was going to take me another 5 months to actually double. So the time gets faster and faster. So I was on the way. And one thing I learned was consistency. As long as I continue learning and improving and doing the videos that works and doing videos that don't work, I'll hit that 10K and I'll hit higher. So that's what I verified basically again and again. Stick to what you're doing. Consistency. Don't stop. If the second you miss a day, make sure that's the last time it happens. But don't stop.
Exactly. But
but make sure it's the last time,
Yeah, exactly. So the 10K is something a lot of people want to get. Some people, they just go like I said, they just like they'll talk to everybody to try to get to that 10K. It's like it's one of those things like if you're trying to get to 100,000 by just telling people to sub to you, it's gonna take forever, dude. You know the way it works.
It's like becoming monetized when you're not, right? Thinking you're monetized, you're gonna ball out of control, but in fact, it's not.
Most people are not ready to be monetized once they get monetized. Did you realize that? Because things change once you're monetized. Don't you find, Gor?
The big time, because YouTube already puts you on a different kind of microscope. That's another thing I want to let you guys know. When you become monetized, YouTube scans through your channel a lot, like 4 or 5 times deeper and heavier under then you're not monetized. You're gonna get more copyright claims. You're gonna get faster it's more sensitive when you're monetized, like 5 times minimum more sensitive. So you have to really be cautious. That's what I'm saying. Like I completely push their limits fully. I'm surprised they even let me do that for a month.
But you're right, though, Gor, because when you're monetized, they look at you more, like because you're getting paid for it, and they don't want to pay for you. Let's say you're doing something illegal, or you're pushing the limit, or you're cheating, whatever. They don't want to have to pay for you because then they lost money, right?
So there's so much to it because they can get in a lawsuit with their advertisers too. Like for example, if some big company is paying YouTube to advertise the videos and then advertising on the channels that are cutting corners, the company will like, you told me these were real people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they don't want to have a lawsuit in their hands either. So they're protecting themselves by kicking you out.
Okay, Blake Martin, aka the Big Spooky Bee, said, I started my channel a few months back with a few videos. I ended up deleting all of them because I knew I wasn't going to get monetized anyways. So how do you respond to that, Gordon?
I'm gonna turn the light on before, but what made you think that for sure you're gonna get demonetized?
By the way, Blake Martin, thank you very much for that comment on my video of The Unknown. The next episode of The Unknown is tomorrow, guys. It's a mystery video, okay? We talk about unsolved mysteries. Tomorrow we're talking about the Bermuda Triangle. That's tomorrow at 7:30.
I want to watch that. That's really intriguing.
Listen, Gor, I have a proposition for you. I mean, you could come on and be the co-host if you'd like, if you know about that subject.
Tomorrow is Monday?
It's tomorrow at 7:30.
Forget it. Monday through Friday.
Oh, you can't?
I cannot because I already committed to many other stuff.
Okay.
Just my
okay, I just want to know your advice, Gor, on how to identify and defeat fake accounts on YouTube.
Go to their page. Go to the channels you think that they're fake and go to their videos and read the comments. If you're right, then you're not going to be the only person saying it over there.
Yeah.
If you're wrong, then you're going to be the only person.
Okay, Gor, I have a question for you, though. Like, remember I said, okay, to get to the next step is 10,000 for the people that have 1, 2, 3, 4,000. Once you hit 10,000, you get some nice stuff, right? You get the merch shelf on your channel and stuff like that.
You activate the store.
Exactly. But what do you need to do once you reach 10,000 subscribers to take you to the next level, to get to 20? Like, once you get to 10, you want to grow very fast. The more subscribers you have, the faster you're going to grow. I noticed that. So let's say you're at 10. How do you bring it up to 15, 20? Like to do movements like that. Like right now, it's moving like by the hundreds, not the 100. Let's say 50. Like it's moving like that. But how do you move your subscribers up like by the thousands?
By only doing more of what you're doing. By doing more of what's working, simply.
Okay, you're talking about content, but what kind of promotion can you do that could get you there? Is it like you get shout outs from people?
Gotcha. Understood. So if you're at 10K, 10K subs on YouTube, that means you're making decent money. That means you're making on average $500 a month.
Well, it depends, Gor. I mean, if you have 10,000 because you ask people, I mean, you're getting maybe 50 views, you're not really making money, right?
That's why I said average, because I know channels with 5,000 subs making about 10,000 a month.
What, $10,000 a month?
Yes.
With 5K subs?
Yes.
Really?
Many. Yes. It's
okay.
No,
is it because their videos have like 20K views or?
No, more like 200.
200 views.
200,000.
Oh, okay. Then we're talking about a different.
Yeah,
to me, somebody who gets 200K has like.
That's why what I'm trying to tell you is number of the subs don't mean nothing. That I'm just balling it, averaging it out. Let's assume making average 500. You're not a crazy channel. You're not a small channel like you mentioned. You're average.
Yeah.
Because I was making about that much with half the subs, so I'm an average channel. So I'm saying.
Okay, but before like the Trump videos, how much were you making a month?
Before the Trump videos, about 150.
Exactly, which is not a lot, right, guys?
No.
$150 a
After
month.
the Trump videos, about 650.
But I mean, look, $150 a month, and you do YouTube on the side, isn't that bad, right? It's not the end of the world. It's better than somebody who's just putting stuff for free, right?
It's amazing. But the way I would answer that question is, say you're making on average $500. What I would do is, if I want to go from 10,000 subs and larger, I would get $100 of that and pay, say, Google ads or Facebook ads and run my top video advertising on my top video. And if that $100 is going to bring me a couple of thousand subs, and that couple of thousand subs is going to give me $120, I just come up $20. And I would do it again. So basically, the reason I would do that is because that money, I made it. I didn't put it out of my pocket. If you want to put on advertising and pay for it when you're not making money, I think that's a mistake because you're wasting it.
So like I said, should you promote your videos, which is basically you pay
only
to get a
after
certain amount of
making
views?
the money.
Sorry?
Only after making the money, then it's okay to spend that money back on.
Exactly. So big YouTubers, okay, let's say, okay, would you say most big YouTubers pay to promote their videos?
After they get big, absolutely, 100%.
For sure, right? Why not?
Why
not, right?
Yes, that's normal.
But how does it work when you pay for a promotion? Let's say you're paying $10 to get 8K views, but those 8K views only made you $6, let's say. So what's the point of that? Paying that $10 to get $6. You know what I mean?
That's a personal question. It's all gonna depend on the person. One person can say, "Well, I get to keep them. They might watch my other videos or this and that." So it all depends.
Exactly. I think it's the subscribers, because when you pay to promote your video, you get a lot of subscribers. Why? Because your video, the impressions of your video are shown more, which means you're gonna get more. The more impressions you have, the more views. It goes hands in hand.
Look, in reality, if you're making $500 a month off of YouTube, that means your videos are decent. People are watching it.
Yeah.
So that means if you advertise on them, it's worth it. But if people are not watching it, why would you advertise something that they don't like watching? First, you want to make sure that they like watching it before, investing.
Yeah, but my question is, Gor, how long should a video be? Is it about like, should you do a video 5 minutes because you think that they won't have the attention span, or like is long live streams good? Is it even worth it?
The videos, I'm gonna tie that question to the pay. If the video is less than 8 minutes long, you can put on advertising only in the beginning and at the end of the video. If your video is 8 minutes and longer, that allows you to put mid-roll ads, meaning you can put advertising not only in the beginning and at the end, but also in between too.
Yeah.
So that's one thing, one way I would answer that question about the length of the video. I would keep it less than 10 minutes. I would keep it 8 minutes, 30 seconds, the sweet spot, just so I can activate the mid-roll ads. But if you're not a monetized channel, keep it around 3 to 5 minutes. That would be the sweet spot.
Okay, but what about live streams? Like, I mean,
that's a different crowd. That's that one was specifically on videos that you put out.
Exactly. So live streams. Well, how do you maximize your live streams? Like, how do you maximize the watch time on your live streams? Like, not everybody's gonna watch an hour and a half, right? Obviously, most people are gonna watch 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then you'll get some people that'll watch it all, right? People that are really interested might watch it all. Not everybody though. So isn't it really hard to get average watch time on a live stream, a long live stream? Is it hard? Does that affect how many people are going to watch it and how they're going to get promoted?
I before having an experience, I would say it would be harder. After my experience with both posting videos and doing live streams, I've noticed that it's much easier to garnish views and raise your average view duration by doing live streams. For some reason, people watch live streams longer than videos for
Really?
whatever the case. Yes. So live streams definitely get you more views and more watch hour, and they increase your average view duration. Sorry, that's my dog.
It's okay. But okay, so that brings up a good point. So yeah, the longer you're live, the more watch time you're getting, right? Obviously, people are staying here; they're contributing to your watch time, right? So hang on a second. We have a comment here. My friend Gor Mkhitar, any comments about YouTube Shorts? I'm not sure if you already discussed this.
YouTube Shorts we have not discussed, and I was trying to set up YouTube Shorts for my previous channel, and I left it halfway. If you, I don't have too much experience, so I cannot really talk about that. Really, YouTube Shorts. Yeah, I do not have too much experience.
But I think I could add to that, Mr. Lefty Crafty. Listen, I tried this YouTube.
Lefty Crafty, how are you, brother? I'm sorry. I didn't read the name. I didn't read the name. I just said it and I noticed.
I can try and explain this, but I tried the shorts thing. Okay, now so the way it works with this shorts thing is that you're supposed to put hashtag shorts, and then eventually you could get on the reel of the shorts, right? Because there's a reel of shorts on YouTube, but I've never been able to get on those reels. I don't know why. I guess it's something to do with picking it up with the algorithm, maybe. But I know somebody, guys, that has about 500 subs, and she's a cooking channel. Like, she just does cooking, but not even professional. She just does like rice, whatever. She got 90,000 views because it was on the shorts reel. So that's what it's basically.
She made it to the pending. What do you call it? No, not pending. Trending. She made it to
trending. Yeah, her video was trending, and it plays on the shorts reel. So everybody's trying to get on the shorts reel. Now, guys, to answer your question, the reason why YouTube started this shorts video thing is to compete with TikTok and Instagram Reels, and also Snapchat too. They have something like that. So they're trying to compete. Why? Because guess what? Where people have a smaller attention span now. Do you agree with me?
I'm sorry, people have what?
People have a shorter attention span, right?
100%. And again, it's getting shorter and shorter.
I'll give you an example, right? At the beginning of the live stream, there's certain people that were here. They'll stay maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes, depending on their intentions here. And then they're going to leave because they're going to want to do something else, right? But more and more now, we're in 2021, people have shorter and shorter attention spans. How can I prove this? TikTok, right? It's brand new. It's 15 to 30-second videos, right? Go to TikTok, okay? Most people have about 100 to 200,000 followers on TikTok. It's really easy to get followers. It's really easy to get views. There's a lot of people on TikTok. That's why. And you could share videos from TikTok to Instagram to Facebook. It's very easy to share it there.
So the user interface is very easy too.
So YouTube is the hardest platform to get followers, okay? It's called subscribers on YouTube. It's the hardest one to get followers. Why? Because it is the only platform that they remove your followers. They remove your subscribers. They remove your views. On Instagram and the other ones, TikTok, whatever, they don't even touch your views. Not only that, but TikTok, they throw your video at people, okay? So you're always getting views.
Does you know TikTok pay, Ange?
It does pay, apparently. It's I think it's something like per 1,000 views, you get like 5 to 8 cents.
Same as YouTube then.
But you can get a lot of views on TikTok. If you get like 1 million views, that's $100 in your pocket, you know, like, or maybe a bit less, whatever. But hey, Tryhard React is in the building. What's up, Tryhard React? This is Gor Mkhitar. It's a very good point. But guys, what I'm trying to say is that do not compare a YouTuber with a TikTok. Do not compare a YouTuber with a Snapchat. Seriously. It's completely different things, okay? Like, to me, if you have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, it's like literally like almost 25,000 on TikTok.
There you go.
Why? Because it's a following thing. So if I follow you, all you have to do is click a button, you're following me back. YouTube, you got to watch the video for a certain amount of time, right? I believe it's 40 seconds for a subscriber, a view. But to subscribe to somebody, it's what, 2 to 3 minutes, maybe a bit more. But that doesn't guarantee that the subscriber is going to stay. It just means that they're probably going to be subscribed to you for what, 3 months, and then they're going to remove your subscription. That's why you lose subscribers, because sorry, people are not watching your videos anymore. So YouTube they have their own cleansing mode, right? Instagram doesn't do that, guys. The only time you lose a follower is if, let's say, a fake account was following you and then they deleted their account, or it's harder, guys. YouTube is the hardest thing. Why? Because it's in-depth videos. You got to keep people on the video, and that's the hard thing. So to me, people that do YouTube are more talented than people that are Instagram or TikTok, because they can keep people for a longer amount of time.
That's true. It's a lot harder also. YouTube is a lot harder. Like my new channel, for example,
Yeah.
I was at 21 followers, and the next day I woke up with 8. Now I'm up to 20-something followers, and then it keeps going up and down. They keep removing.
Yeah.
And
YouTube is like, listen, guys. I know it's funny because we're on YouTube. We're talking about YouTube, but listen, guys.
No, but that's normal. YouTube loves that, and that's what another thing that I really like about YouTube, that they understand it. They let you do your thing.
Yeah.
If it's within their guidelines. I've never heard anyone that to get backsplash for speaking their experience with YouTube. Especially Joe Rogan is a great experience. The guy said many different good and bad. But at the end of the day, YouTube and Joe Rogan's relationship, based on what they're showing, dude, they're still together. Did YouTube remove any of Joe Rogan's videos after he went to Spotify? No. That show tells you a lot about YouTube. They don't really care if you're Joe Rogan, that big $100 million guy. Really, they're sticking to what their beliefs are. So Joe Rogan said a lot of negative things about YouTube. Nothing happened. That simply says that's good for YouTube.
But Gor, you know, and I think YouTube will do something pretty soon. Like, don't you find it's just like there's not the same vibe as on Instagram. There's much more. You'll get much more random people coming in. You'll get, like, even TikTok. If you go live on TikTok, you could get a lot of people, right? But it's like, I don't know. It's like maybe people don't want to make Google accounts. Could that be a reason? Because on YouTube, you need a Google account, right? Instagram, you can just go in, that's it, right? You could share it out, whatever. Another thing is that on YouTube, okay, in order to share, for a YouTuber to share your video, they need 1,000 subscribers. How stupid is that? Why do they do that?
I did not know that. So in order for me to share someone's video, I need
if you want to share somebody's video on your channel, you need a community post, which is something you get when you have 1,000 subscribers.
That's correct.
So why is it like that? Why do they make it hard to share videos? Are they dumb? Like, if you think about it, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. By the way, what's up, Ryocat? How are you?
Absolutely is. That's like defending the purpose of fueling up your creator. You're adding more barriers.
Yeah, Ryocat said that is the Russian guy. He's not Russian, guys. He's Armenian. Okay, there's a big difference. Wait, you know Ryocat? Do you remember?
I do speak Russian too. Yeah.
Oh, you do speak Russian. But Ryocat, he's like a big fan of everybody, by the way. Ryocat, if you have any questions, Ryocat, if you have any questions for Gor, just say it. Okay, I know you like anime and stuff like that. He's from Japan. I don't know if you know him, but he's a great guy. Okay, but you can put a card or channel link in the description. Okay, I want to know something, Gor. I have another question for you. How do you use end screens and cards? Because to me, let's say I have an hour and a half long live stream. I'm gonna put an end screen after about 5 or 6 minutes. I put it after the average view duration, and then the card I'll put it a bit later, a bit after that. So, how do you use these end screens and these cards successfully?
You don't use them?
I use them, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the best way of using your end screens and cards, those are two different things. Let's take them one at a time. For end screens, those are going to be the suggestion videos that basically pop up at the last 20 seconds of your video ending. So what you want to do is know that last 20 seconds, the end screen is going to show up on the screen. So what you want to do is you want your words to match whatever the people are seeing. So you want to say, if you want to see, well, for example, they're watching your video, you want to keep the viewer, you simply tell them, click here to watch this video next on this subject, and you're going to get this out of it. You always want to redirect the person to click on that by verbally telling them the second they visually see it. That's the best way of utilizing the end screens. And for cards, I would say the best way of adding cards is when first 20 seconds of the video, In fact, I
Really?
would do it the first 10 seconds of the video.
Really? Okay, I didn't
Yes.
know that at all.
Yeah, because about 35% of the viewers drop out of your video within the first 10 seconds. So if you have no cards within the 10 seconds, you're already not showing the 35% of the people that dropped out.
That's a good point. So basically, guys, what he's saying is that what's the point of putting the cards later on if you know they're probably not going to be there? You might as well expose them to the card, which is the thing. It's a suggestion at the top of your video. You might as well do that at the beginning where people are there, then later on where they're probably not going to see it, right? So you got to look at your average view duration. Now, what do you suggest in a live stream? Because what I've been doing, like I said, I just said it before. After 5 minutes, I put an end screen. So usually end screens are meant for videos, right? But for a live stream, what do you do with that end screen? Because like, if you put it at the end of the live stream, don't you think a lot of people won't watch an hour and 45 minutes, let's say?
If you're gonna have a live stream and put end videos, then you want to tease the ending in the beginning of your video, so you and keep on teasing throughout the video, so you can maintain the audience retention. You want to promise, and you most importantly want to deliver on that promise.
Okay.
That's what I would recommend. Yeah. And another thing is good to have your cards show up within the first 10-20 seconds of the video. Is if someone is going to click off, that means they don't want to watch that video. But whatever the cards is suggesting, them you never know. They might be more interested in watching the suggested video. Now you keep that instead of using that view. So that's another thing.
Nicardo TV Comedy, how are you, my friend? Guys, can I
put Nicardo.
Oh, you know him?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't know him? Okay, guys. Well, Nicardo TV Comedy, you're new here. So what's up, buddy? Watch my content, Ricardo. Watch Gor's content. His link is at the top of the chat, guys. It's pinned. Go and subscribe to Mr. Gor Mkhitar. I'm going to remove your comments so we could see the name of his channel. Gor Mkhitar has a channel called Modeling Success Successfully. So if you want to grow on YouTube, guys, you want some good tips from a wise guy on YouTube, you have to subscribe to him. Don't forget to subscribe to your buddy Ange too, the Ange TV Show, the video you're watching right now, guys. It's important to remind people to subscribe. It's important to remind people to share the video. If you're able to share this, guys, share it. Like up the live stream. Gor said it today, guys. Likes are extremely important. We have 21. Let's get it to 30.
Yes, you
gotta create goals, right, Gor? Like when someone says, guys, let's get it to 30. There you go. So more people are gonna like it, right? When you see share, some people are going to share it. There's the people that are really interested in you and believe in you. They're going to share their video and keep the energy on the video, right? You don't want it to be boring and then people are going to get upset and leave and go elsewhere, because there's a thing called competition, right, Gor?
Yes, absolutely.
So like,
competition never slips. It's right.
What kind of outlook should we have with our competition? Should we care about our competition? Should we be worried?
You have to love your competition. You have to thank God that you have competition, because that's a sign of a market. If you don't have competition, you don't have a market. Plain and simple. Competition is nothing but a healthy sign. And yes.
And what if they copy you? Should you care if somebody copies you?
If someone copies you, that's even amazing, because they're one step behind you. That's exactly where you want to keep them.
Oh my God. Okay. When somebody calls you out on YouTube, okay? I don't know if that ever happened to you. How do you respond?
It happened plenty of times, yeah.
It happened. Okay, when someone doesn't agree with your views and they call you out on YouTube, what do you do with that? Do you respond?
You have two choices. You have two choices. Are you gonna let that person take your attention off of what you're talking about? If yes, then is it worth it? If yes, do it. But 99% of the time, the answer is gonna be no. So that right there, you ignore it, because if you're going to give time to that person who's trying to troll you, that means you're taking the time away from the people that are there to watch you. They don't deserve that. They deserve more from you. If they're there for you, why you're not giving your time to them, but you're giving to a troll who's trolling, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You see, guys, look, Nicardo, I'll give you an example of making the viewer happy, okay? He said, can I get my link pinned for 5 minutes, okay? What does it take to take his link and pin it up for 5 minutes? Does it take a lot, Gor? It doesn't take much, right?
They're not a moderator. I don't think they're going
I made them a moderator now. So,
okay.
Nicardo TV Comedy. So there you go. Making people happy, right? What does it take?
Absolutely.
What does it take to just listen to the guy, put up his link? He's going to appreciate it. He's going to come back after, right, Gor?
Absolutely, but at the same time, it's a fine line. This is a push and pull game. If you're
Yeah.
going to do that for one person, the next person is going to require that too. Next thing you know, you're going to spend your time on. You get what I mean? So you want to have ground rules before giving the green light.
Yeah.
That's
But you
what I
know,
would
you're right, Gor. Honestly, when you do it for one person, you
I've
have to
been
do
there,
it for
done
all.
that. That's why.
But at the end of the day, listen, most of the viewers know that this isn't like just a place to just litter your links, right?
Yep,
So,
absolutely.
what I like to do is I like to make new people happy. Give them that, like, make them feel important. They are important, but I'm saying make them feel happy that they came here. Make them, when you leave and you say, wow, I had a really good time. I enjoyed this restaurant. I enjoyed this movie. The service was amazing. I went to a restaurant. The waiter was amazing. I tipped him $10, whatever. It doesn't take much. It's little things like that, okay? You have to show your viewers you appreciate them. You
There was an
listen to them.
experiment like that, Ange. So true. I'll tell after you finish your thought.
Yeah. And responding to comments is so important. And a lot of people, when they get big on YouTube, they lose their head and they forget to respond. And you got to respond. You got to keep the comment section going. Let's talk about comments, though. Gord. Well, you had something to say, so go ahead and say that. And
I
then
was
I'd like
going
to
to
go.
tell you about that niceness and kindness. There was an experiment that was actually, this isn't in an audiobook I'm listening to. And the experiment goes, there were three waiters. After finish held serving a table, one of them took just a bill. The other one took just a bill with the candy with the bill. And the third waiter that took the bill with the candy and at the end said, "Thank you so much. I brought a candy for you." So the first person that didn't get a candy tipped the least. The person who got a candy and no words and the bill tipped more than the other one. But the person who got a candy and was told that I brought a candy also, thank you so much, tipped even more. So again, goes down to being providing service and at the same time being nice to people. It goes a long way.
Wow, that's like, okay. So you're saying if you give a candy with the bill, you have a better odds of getting a tip?
Yes, but if you give a candy and tell them, "Hey, I got you a candy for blah blah blah," you give even bigger tip.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, dude, you really know about business and all that stuff. So we have to have another conversation about business and marketing.
I can talk for days. I love business. I love anything because it's all personal thing. Whatever me and you are doing, that's what business is. Business is networking. If the person trusts you, if the person knows you're a solid person, you follow through, they're gonna refer businesses to you. They're gonna work with you. But if you cut corners, you do this, you do that. No one recommends. No one wants to work with you. And in fact, the one thing people don't think about is their reputation. It's a small world. Reputation goes a long way. When you have reputation, or if you don't have it, you build up reputation. The word goes around. Just like right now, for example, the new channel started. David is here. Igorotsky is here. We have Lefty Crafty over here. You're here, Ange. Another perfect example. Why did you have? You didn't have to do this for me to give me the boost and bring me the attention to the new channel on your show. You didn't have to do it. You did it because that's where you come from. And people like that are always going to have people like me to say yes to. That's what I'm here. You get what I mean? That's how business is. Simple.
And I did this because I knew we would have a good conversation together. And we actually never had a live stream like this. But I had a lot of questions for you. And, this is the thing. I'm going to just say something, Gor. There's people, okay, that are crying and like, oh, my YouTube channel is not going anywhere. I have 20 views. It's not going up much. Sometimes it's going down their views. And we know that YouTube is like this, right? It goes up and down like a merry-go-round. Listen, the fear of getting canceled, Gor, that's a huge fear, right? Don't you think that's a huge fear?
It is that FOMO effect.
Okay, what do you when you get canceled, okay, or maybe what do you do when you think about getting canceled? What would happen if you would get canceled? You know what I mean?
First thing you want to do is basically take the tension away, take a break, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
okay,
and then come back. Try to figure out what happened. If you can't, if you like to do it again, start it all over again. One thing you will never want to do is pause and position yourself as the victim, because there is no progress with the victim mentality. You always have to, if you want it, you go get it, basically.
Well, basically, look at Governor Cuomo. There's women coming out saying that he harassed them and stuff like that. And now he said on the news, guys, on CNN, he said, you know what? I'm staying exactly where I am. I'm not resigning. So to me, by resigning, you're admitting guilt. So to me, like, I would just keep doing my thing. And you know what, Gord? There's actually an incident that happened on my channel. There was a woman that came in here and she's like, "Oh yeah, you're," because there's a lot of kids on my doing whatever that watch whatever. So like, "Oh, you're luring kids and stuff like that." You know what I mean? Like stupid allegations like that, which
none of your channel that I see is aligned with that.
Yeah, exactly. Like that person didn't even take a second to look at my channel, whatever. But you know, when someone makes stupid allegations like that and everything, like to me, I just kept doing my thing because we all know it's not true. And also that person, okay, which we're not going to name, but that person had CPS called on him 25 times. So it just goes to show people are going to do stuff because they are not happy. They're going to try and ruin you.
It's crazy. I have a similar example too, an experience too. Just cost a lot more cost me. But
wait, you had an experience of what?
Well, I'll put it to you this way: a person from San Diego, I'm in Los Angeles, that has never been to my retail store.
Yeah.
Sues me for $25,000 for having my showcase 1 inch higher than the wherever it's supposed to.
Wait a minute, it's your business?
Yes.
Oh, you own your business.
And he didn't only sue me, he sued the businesses next to me too. Pizza Hut, nail salon, massage place.
What?
Same store, same. But here's the part. When you Google that person's name, I'm not gonna name anything.
Yeah.
He filed the same lawsuit 200 times last year alone. There are articles written about him. So this is what he does. He goes around and he just petty. I call them paper prostitutes. That's what they are. They're paper prostitutes. These people, they just, because they have a law degree, they think that's what it is. They just go after and harass.
But who is this person that sued you? It's somebody that has a business? It's just a random person?
No, it's just a random person that he filed 200 lawsuits last year alone on businesses.
But what's the point? He thinks he's going to win this? Is he rich, this guy that did it?
The way the laws are written here, yes. But the sad part, Ange, only in Los Angeles. You cannot go do this in San Diego or in Orange County or here or there. The laws are different in those places.
Wow. Okay. Anyways, what happened? You got a lawyer?
No, that one is done with. That's why I can talk about it. Yeah.
Okay. What happened? You went to court?
No. We settled everything.
You settled out of court?
Of course, yeah. Before we even got to court.
Okay, but the thing is, you probably would have lost, right?
There is no winning with them. If you're gonna end up paying the same amount plus as much more for the lawyer. So do you want to pay the same for the lawyer, or do you
didn't even go to court? You settled out of court. That's it. That's all.
I handled it myself. I didn't even get a lawyer.
Okay, I want to know something, Gor. Would you be open to saying how much you paid?
Let's keep that out.
Sorry.
Let's not mention that part.
Okay. But I'm just curious. That's the thing.
It's in high figures. I need to work really hard.
And what? How many figures?
It's in over 10K.
Ouch! That fucking sucks. But you know what?
Well, it's just doing business in Los Angeles. That's just how.
You know what? In the States, you need a lawyer, right?
You know what happened to my friend? You'll laugh.
What? What happened to your friend?
His online website is not ADA compliant, meaning a blind person cannot operate an online website. How's that for you, Ange?
Are you kidding me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if a blind person can't
your website has to be ADA compliant.
You mean if a blind person stumbles on your channel and can't understand it, you can get sued? Now, if you're on YouTube, it's not your problem, it's YouTube's problem, right?
I'm not sure how. Yes, it is, because you don't own the domain.
Exactly. Like, look, anything that I want to know something, Gord. How much are we protected by lawsuits on YouTube? How can we get sued?
I honestly don't know much about that, simply because YouTube is a platform where there is free speech involved, and every time free speech is involved, things are very complicated. Okay,
but I'm saying if you do something, if you copy somebody, copyright, can you get sued for that on YouTube?
Absolutely.
You get sued for that? Isn't it YouTube that takes the
way? You don't have to get sued on YouTube. You're going to get sued personally.
You get sued personally. So they could basically make a request on YouTube and also sue you.
Not even a request. You're just going to get served.
Okay, how about if you live in different countries, like an American suing a
The
Canadian?
laws do not apply. Then that's why China takes over the world. China copies everything and everyone, including human beings.
But is it hard to sue someone from another country?
No, that's what I was trying to get at. Like, it's impossible to sue any Chinese companies that are not in America. So
Why?
they can literally come and copy Tesla, which they do head to toe. As long as it's made in Japan, you cannot. I mean, China, you cannot touch them. You cannot sue.
Yeah, but listen, I would have sued. I was actually threatening to sue, but I think I want to waste my time like that. And I know that this person's hated anyways. And let's be honest, it's a morte da fame in Italy. It doesn't have money at all. So what money am I going to get out of it? You know what I mean? So
that's another thing. That's another thing. You want to make sure that you can collect. If you're not going to
look, if you're not, look, listen, if you're going to go after a broke ass, what's the point, dude? You're just wasting your money on lawyers, and you're not going to get anything.
That's what my lawyer said. He said this is a compliment. Look, obviously they think you're making money, so they want it.
Your lawyer will tell you straight up, like, you're wasting your money. You're wasting.
I love my lawyer. He's a very, very stand-up guy. He's not there just to milk.
Okay, but did you consult your lawyer about this?
Of course, I consulted.
Okay, so he gave you the advice. Okay,
I consulted 5 different lawyers before going to choose this.
I have a question for you, Gor. Did you know about this law before when you opened your store?
No.
Oh, you didn't know about it?
No.
Okay, so there's no, like, you would have just got on.
Nobody knows. You find this out, and then my lawyer called a month later. The same guy suing a 99-cent store in Glendale. Same thing.
But you see how much money this guy's
making? And the owner went to my lawyer.
But you see how much money this guy's making off of freaking, like, he's got a point, but at the end of the day, he's a bastard. You know?
I have zero respect for people like that.
I can't
take advantage.
So in the States, you could make money suing people, right?
It's a big business.
It's huge, but why do you think there's always lawyer commercials for injuries and this, that? It's crazy.
The best. My friend's a lawyer, and he's who doesn't matter what happens, the lawyers win.
Listen, I want to know something, Gor. You live in LA. It must be rough there, right? I'm talking about crime and stuff like that. I mean, have you witnessed a shooting, a drive-by?
It got even worse. One of my stores got robbed at gunpoint a month and a half ago.
You got a gun pointed at you?
Yeah, I have the videos on my phone and everything. They
like a handgun or a machine gun?
On my employee. They cleared the registers and the inventory run. And police came. They took fingerprints, and one of them got caught. And we prosecuted and we pressed full charges.
And you got money. You got paid and everything.
Well, we lost everything. We didn't get any money back. But at least
you didn't get any money back.
No. Forget that.
What's the point of the pressing charges?
So they can get the message. If they get away with it, they'll hit you again.
Fuck, it's true.
You have to show teeth. If you don't show teeth, you're weak. You're gonna get eaten. That's just how it works.
Wow. And when did this happen?
Especially in Los Angeles, the melting pot. I'm one stop away from downtown LA, and that's the capital of homelessness. You know.
Wow. Yeah. There must be a Skid Row over there. Right?
Oh, everywhere.
Wait, where did it happen? The thing with Elisa Lam there, the Cecil Hotel. Where did that happen? Was it LA?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was LA. Skid Row. I would never go to Skid Row. You know how many drug dealers, pimps, prostitutes?
I was there 2 days ago.
You were on Skid Row, but is it dangerous? Big time, no?
I think I have a video coming up too. I was shooting in the middle of Skid Row and I showed the tents too, I believe.
Okay, I want to ask you a big question, Mr. Gor. Listen, Elisa Lam, did you hear about that story? The Cecil Hotel?
Who?
The Cecil Hotel in LA, Los Angeles.
The what?
You never heard of it? The Cecil Hotel.
No, what is that? No.
You never heard of it? Oh my God. Go on Netflix and type Cecil Hotel. You're going to find it. It's about a Canadian woman from Vancouver. She went to the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles and she disappeared. I don't know if you're going to watch it, but you'll see. Just watch it.
It's on Main Street. Oh, forget it.
You never heard of Cecil Hotel? It's like in the heart of Skid Row.
I just Googled it. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that got murdered there. Apparently, you know the Night Stalker. I just
saw the map on the location.
You know the Night Stalker? The Night Stalker, that the serial killer? He was staying at the Cecil Hotel on the top floor. So just imagine. Okay? There was murders there every night. There was a manager that said in 10 years that she was there was like 800 murders. Like, it's like if you stayed at the Cecil Hotel, there's like a 50% chance you're going to get murdered or beaten, whatever. Anyways, go check the Cecil Hotel. Watch it on Netflix. Let me know what you think about it. I have my theory. It's an interesting Netflix show. Watch it out.
I forget this. I'm so sorry. I noticed one of the comments they asked what book it was. I believe it was the book Patrick but David, your next 5 moves by Patrick but David.
It's a good book.
Amazing book. Just came out. The guy is a genius. Basically, he talks about strategizing overall and whatever we talked about. And there's an audiobook version too. That's I drive a lot daily, so I go through a book in like less than a week because I drive like 10 hours a day pretty much.
Yeah. So okay, so you're saying it's very dangerous. By the way, Raul is from Los Angeles. You said we could chill. Where do you? Okay, Raul, where are you from in LA?
Raul, what city?
Where you're what? Downtown LA?
I'm in LA, Hollywood.
Listen, Gor, if I come to LA, which I'm telling you guys, my bucket list, I gotta come to LA. Now it's the coronavirus. I can't go anywhere, let alone another province. Listen, how much is a flight to LA? Like you see, like from Montreal to LA, how much is it?
It's even cheaper now. I'm not sure. I've never, but I will. I want to. You're in Quebec?
Yeah.
Dude, my favorite MMA fighter is from there, George St. Pierre, Quebec. I really that he because of, like he was one of the main reasons I wanted to visit Canada actually because it looks nice, man. But over here, the tickets are at half price nowadays because travel, everything is down. So if you're traveling, this is the best time actually to do it. And there's a study that shows airports are safer than outside.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, airports are safer than actually outside.
Okay, but how, like in the streets, have you seen drive-by shootings, gang wars, stuff like that?
Well, I got a gun pulled out on me middle of the day because I happened to be. I was driving on the street, and there's only one way going up, one way coming down. The car in front of me wouldn't drive, so I honked, so they can take off. They pulled to the right. I went past them. They pulled the gun on me. Then they told me, "What's up?" I told them, "Hey, man, I'm just trying to get to work." And I just.
Why you cut them off?
I honked because they weren't driving, so they can pick up.
And they pulled a freaking gun at you. I mean, that's the States for you.
Because that's their neighborhood. They're patrolling, and I happen to be in the wrong neighborhood.
Are you kidding me?
100%.
You could have got shot.
If I happen to wear a different color too, something can happen. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Is that dangerous?
If you're in the wrong area, definitely dangerous. Yeah.
Wow. What are the dangerous areas? Compton?
Yeah, that's one of them. Even closer to that, even Culver City. Culver City, people say it's the Silicon Valley. I say half of it is Compton.
What about Anaheim and stuff like that?
Anaheim is picking up. Anaheim home prices went up. A lot of rich Asians moved over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of rich Asians live around the Anaheim area.
And what about healthcare? Do you have healthcare, Gor? You have Obamacare?
Oh no, I had healthcare way before Obama.
But you have private healthcare? What's the story? Like
no, it's just a family healthcare where you go to get checked up, and it's just the usual thing. Nothing.
So you want to come to Montreal? You said. So when do you think you're gonna come? Or
definitely when I'm not sure. Right now, I'm focused on. We just opened a new business to about a month ago, so I'm 100% focused on that. So I'm trying to. Grow it and get it bigger and simultaneously do the YouTube and teach people. Actually, this new channel, you're going to see me talk about the new business a lot, what I do and everything, how I grow it. So that's pretty much around that. That's my main focus. I would love to hang out with Raul. It's just if I promise, it's not going to happen. I know because I just literally tapped out on time. Like my friends, I haven't seen my friends for months now and they live 10 minutes away.
Wow.
It's hectic. It's crazy. So yeah, that's why Sunday is one. Yesterday, I'm glad we didn't do this yesterday because that was going to happen. I had 4 appointments at the same time yesterday. So
wow,
impossible to do.
I know. I've been very busy meeting with people. I have another podcast with 3 other people, and you can actually come on the podcast. It's called 3 Men in a Podcast. It's with me. There's a guy 34 here. His name's Claudio. It's me, Claudio, and my other friend Luigi. It's about men's health.
Look it up. I would love to be a guest over there and talk with you guys.
It's a done deal. We're gonna have to just pick a date, but
next
in the near future,
next Sunday, most likely Lefty Craft is gonna come over to my channel, and then David Centano is gonna come. You should definitely have David Centano over your channel too.
What is David Centano?
He's very smart with photography and videography. Like he knows everything.
Is he from LA?
He's from California.
California. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll definitely have to.
Let's get this going. We just started, and I would love to continue talking, but I got to go have my dinner.
Yeah, I know. Thank you very much.
If you want to do a part 2, let me know. I'm down. I love this. I love
Yeah, we definitely have something. We have some chemistry, and we. You know what? You're one of the person. You're one of the people that I can talk to and not even have a piece of paper, and just go at it. You know what I mean? So that's really good. And like I said, we'll see Gor on 3 Men in a Podcast, guys. Please go subscribe to it. By the way, Raul, I don't know if you're still here. Can you drop the link? But anyways, I just want to thank Gor, the bottom of my heart, for coming, guys. If you haven't done so already, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go to Gor's new channel, Modeling Success Successfully. Grow with him. He will grow. Trust me. I believe in him, just like he believed in me.
Oh, thank you.
With that said, Gor, I want to wish you a really good night. Best success for your YouTube channel, which is about success. And with that said, guys, Ange is signing out. Good luck with your YouTube channels, guys, okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow on The Unknown at 7:30. We're talking about the Bermuda Triangle. You do not want to miss it, guys. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, guys.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay, guys. Take care.